A very good evening to everybody. A warm welcome to the Materia Medica session to all of the participants, and we'll start with new remedy, a Calcarea Sulphuricum today. This remedy has a marked resemblance to my practice. First, because when I have started, I was working with Dr. Nitin Bhagli sir when I was a student of the 4th year. I joined his hospital. He was an orthopedician. There was one case, a fellow admitted in his hospital. He was referred by some general practitioner to him for the abscess on left thigh. It was a big abscess. Sir has done the IND, incision and drainage, and he was on third generation antibiotics. A variety of antibiotics were going on, and still he was not responding. He went into septicemia, and that the area which was covered only on thigh, it has reached to the whole leg. It was very big. This much size of wound was there, and discharging a tremendous, very offensive yellow pus from it. It was very offensive and not responding to the highest antibiotics at that time. It was in 1990. He was on even also on gentamicin, he was on clapeyron, he was also having metrogel, everything was given. Ultimately, that was Saturday. And sir, when I have joined his OPD just 8 days before. So we were seeing that patient and we were doing the dressing, and he said, Prasad will take someone's opinion on Monday because he is not responding. I might think he might have an HIV. So what to do? I am in stress because absolutely his temperature is not getting down. 104, 105 is there. I just asked, sir, may I give any homeopathic remedy for him? Sir said, why not? He was a very good person. He said, why not? Give it. So I left the clinic. I said, I require 15 minutes. I left the clinic. I went to the homeopathic pharmacy, purchased Calendula mother tincture and Calcarea Sulph 6x, Silicea 6x, and Pyrogen 200. And as he was in septicemia, I have given Pyrogen 200 to him, 3 doses, followed by Calcarea Sulph 6x and Silicea 6x. And we have done his dressing. It was full of pus and everything. The stink was very dark, and pus was thick yellowish, little bit converting to brownish because as it contains the uh, debris also. And no one was sitting in his room because of that. No other patient was allowed over there. And we have done the cleaning with Savlon, then hydrogen peroxide and everything. And then instead of using any allopathic medicine, what we have done, we have put a calendula mother tincture, put a gauze which was fully buried in the calendula mother tincture and kept over the whole wound, and it was closed. Next day was Sunday. Sir said, I will come on 10 o'clock in the morning. He called me on phone. How is the patient? I said, sir, there is no temperature. He said, how can it be? Sir, sure, there is no temperature. Then he asked me, instead of coming now, I will come in the evening and then we'll see. Again, he called me at 5 o'clock. Prasad, how is the patient? I said, he is good, not having temperature. Then he said, instead of disturbing the wound, what we'll do tomorrow morning, I will come little bit early, we'll open the wound and then do the dressing. And he came on Monday at 7:30 because I have to leave the hospital at 8 o'clock for college. So we have opened the wound and there was not a drop of pus. Not a drop of pus. It was absolutely red granulated area. Whole area was granulated, not a drop of pus. It was a wonderful experience. of Calcarea Sulph and Silicia and Pyrogen and Calendula, all those things. But Calcarea Sulph, why I am saying Calcarea Sulph has that typical pus. It is thick yellowish, going into containing debris, turning toward the brownish. That type of pus with offensiveness is always a Calcarea Sulph, which Sussler has mentioned in his book. Actually, Sussler in his lifetime, uh, in the last edition of the 12 tissue, he has removed the Calcarea Sulph from his 12 tissues. He kept 11 only, but it was included in the book and we used to call it 12 tissue remedies. But he has not kept it. But this remedy was proved by Herring and have many symptoms, and that's why this remedy is working beautifully. So it is there in the practice. Its action is always good with 6x, whatever I have seen. So then thereafter, within 8 days, whole wound healed clearly. It was wonderful experience. Just when I opened and there was no pus inside it, what I got the appreciation from Bhagli sir. He said, Prasad, do one thing from tomorrow, every patient will give homeopathy. In his hospital, for every patient, I have utilized homeopathy till I was there, and it was a wonderful experience I have done, an experience I got from there. I have utilized remedies for the pot spine. I have utilized the remedies for the post surgical things, n number of things. Even for the retinal detachment, also we have utilized the homeopathy. That was a big experience, and no one gives such a thing. He has given me that opportunity, and that made me a really knowledgeable only because of that practical experience over there. So it is one case which I want to share with the Calcarea Sulph. Another case was the case of scalp psoriasis with a lot of eruptions over there, discharging yellowish pus over there, and that was also a thick similar discharge over there, and patient was having tremendous itching, and patient was little bit warm. Is having good constitution like Calcarea, big constitution, fat, fair, flabby, along with the warmness. He was not chilly, he was warm, and having that discharge, and this discharge was coming from those areas of. Then I have considered it in both ways, because he was the one person who was having that tremendous itching like a sulfur, and he used to scratch a lot, and he used to scratch until it bleeds, until it oozes. That was the sulfur element, but constitution wise he was very much Calcarea like. So I have considered the Calcarea Sulph in that case, again utilized it in same potency 6x, because I used to use it in biochemics. It works beautifully. 6x potency works at molecular level and gives very fantastic result. That was covered within span of 15 days, very nice result. And then I have continued him with the for nearly about 2-3 months, and he was completely cured from that. And third case was a younger girl, the second girl from the family. She was having tremendous acne, pustular acne, having a yellowish pus over there, and her face was looking little bit dirty, and she was continuously comparing her with her elder sister. And she used to say, she was the whole case she was considering, doctor, see my sister, everyone appreciates her, and I'm not getting appreciated because of these pimples. I'm not looking good, I'm looking dirty, and all those things. Those were the things which she has completely through and through case that was the going on. See the people's what they are saying. They always see she is good, I'm not good. And this is what the way she was presenting was as if she was lamenting throughout the case. लॅमेंटिंग म्हणजे शोक शोक करणं, रडत बसणं. And she was lamenting. And if you open the Kent's repertory, lamenting, she appreciated, she is not single remedy, is Calcarea Sulph. Lamenting, appreciated, she is not single remedy, Calcarea Sulph. And this is little bit jealousy between the siblings, which happens to be there along with this acne and acne, pustular acne, yellowish acne, having a typical thick discharge over there. So I have given Calcarea Sulph again 6x potency, and within span of 1 month, absolutely good face without any acne over there. And later, to remove the darkness, I have utilized Berberis aqua locally mother tincture, and she came out of that wonderfully. So this is a good remedy to be utilized in practice. And in 6x potency, I will suggest the 6x potency. That's what my experience. Very occasionally I have given 30 or 200 whenever I have used the synthetic prescription. Otherwise I used to use the 6x potency. So today we are going to learn it from Borix Materia Medica. Very short information about this remedy is there in Borix Materia Medica. We are going to learn the first paragraph, and thereafter all the italics from the particulars. So this remedy, this is the basic core of the remedy what I have shared with you. Let us start. Calcarea sulphurica. It is a sulphate of calcium. Two remedies are very close. Heparosulf, it is a sulphide of calcium, and it is sulphate. It is a plaster of Paris. Calcarea sulph is nothing but the plaster of Paris. Sulphate of lime, plaster of Paris. Eczema and torpid glandular swellings. See, very important thing. There is eczema, eczematous pattern, along with glandular affections. And how? Torpid glandular affections over there. Cystic tumors. Tumors look like cysts, and those generally affecting the glands. Fibroids. See, this remedy has the effect even on the fibroids. Suppurative process come within the range of this remedy after the pus has found a vent. So it is a open abscess, boils, where the pus is coming, and that pus is thick yellow, brownish. That is typical pus of the Calcarea sulph. See, if you go with the inflammatory stages, the first stage is always the ferrum pus. If you will go with the biochemics, ferrum pus, first stage of inflammation. Second stage of inflammation is Calimuraticum. Third stage of inflammation, the early stage is Kali sulph, and latter stage is Calcarea sulph. So in the first stage, there is an inflammation induration is there without a pus. Second stage, it contains fluid, that is calimure, that is a plastic exudate over there, that is the calimuraticum stage. When the pus starts accumulating, the yellowness comes, it is thin yellow pus which accumulates, but not yet having a vent, opening झालेलं नाही. It is not yet open. That is Kali sulphuricum. And when it starts, when it becomes along with debris, the pus along with debris, along with the dead material, then it turns toward the darkness. That is Calcarea sulph, and it has vent, opens it. And then last stage to completely vent is Cilicia. So these are the stages of inflammation with which we can think about the remedy. Calcarea sulph, third stage, second part that has been covered with Calcarea sulph. Mucus discharge. Mucus discharges are yellow, thick and lumpy. See, this is very important. Thick, yellow and lumpy. Here thick yellow and dark yellow or dark brown. That is very typical. And last is lupus vulgaris. Lupus vulgaris means tuberculosis of the skin. So miasmatic, you can think about this remedy. It is psychosyphilitic, pseudosyphilitic, turning towards in between stage between psychotic miasm and syphilitic miasm. In between stage is covered with this remedy. So generally, it has a tuberculosis of the skin. Very important remedy. Yes, even in mind symptoms, Calcarea sulph works. It is good proved remedy. If you open the repertory and find it out, put it in your repertory, convert Materia Medica into the repertory, convert repertory into the Materia Medica, and you just select the Calcarea sulph, you will have ample mental symptoms over there. What about the blackhead acne? What can be thought of? There are many remedies. There is no specific, but you can open them with the help. There are many remedies. Carboanimalis is there. There is a borax is there. Bovista is there. There are many remedies. Calimuraticum is a very good remedy. Silicia is very good remedy. But you cannot make it fixed. It depends upon the case. You have to think. But local application, I used to use the Berberis aqua. That is openly I am telling you. Now we'll go with the particulars. Particulars in head, scald head of children. If there be purulent discharge, the same case I have told you. Eyes, inflammation of the eyes with discharge, thick yellow matter. See, everywhere you'll get the same symptom, thick yellow discharge from everywhere, either from eyes, either from the nose, either from the wounds, everywhere. This is the thing. Then, ophthalmia and neonatrem he has mentioned. Best remedy in ophthalmia and neonatrem is argentum nitricum. Ear, there are pimples around the ears, deafness from the middle chronic otitis media. Nose yellowish purulent discharge. See again, yellow discharge from the posterior ears. Then face pimples and pustules of the face, herpes. Mouth, there are two important things. Tongue is flabby, resembling layer of dried clay, yellow coating at the base. So yellowness again reflected in the base of the tongue. Throat, again suppurative stage of tonsillitis when the abscess is discharging. Underline this. Everywhere you will going to find it out, same symptomatology which we will learn at the general level. So that is very important. Abdomen, pain in river region, right side, pelvis followed by weakness, nausea and pain in stomach. Stools, painful abscess about the anus in cases of fistula in ano. Last part again, last line, very important, fistula in ano. Female, not so marked. Respiratory, yes, purulent sinus expectoration, that is very typical with this. Catarrh with thick, lumpy, white, yellow, pus-like secretions. Extremities, burning, itching of the soles of feet, given in italics. That is because of sulfur element. That burning is of sulfur, itching is of sulfur, and itching followed by scratching is of sulfur. Fever, hectic fever caused by formation of pus. That is, hectic means exhausting, which is causing exhaustion. हेक्टिक शब्दाचा अर्थ इट मीन्स इट इज कॉजिंग एक्झॉशन. Skin is very important. All the symptoms of skin will read because these are the things with which patient comes. Cuts, wounds, bruises, etc. Unhealthy discharging pus. Unhealthy. It looks, this is not good. This pus is offensive. This pus is thick. This pus is with debris. They do not heal readily. Non-healing ulcers. Yellow purulent crush or discharge. Purulent exudation in or upon the skin. So you'll say, see the purulent exudation. Exudation means a discharge which contains more amount of protein. Exudate. So here exudate contains proteins plus pus, yellowish pus. Skin affections with yellowish scabs. It is very close to the mesarium in eruptions. But mesarium has one characteristic, thick scabs under which pus is collected. That is mesarium. So it is a very thick scab, we can find it out, and under which pus is accumulated. Think of mesarium, and mesarium makes the wonders in such types of cases. Many little matterless pimples under the hair, bleeding when scratched, and dry eczema in children. So this is very good remedy for the atopic eczema, atopic dermatitis, where the pus is coming out. Atopic dermatitis, this is a good remedy. Relationship, compare the hepar and silica. Yes, see hepar, calcium sulfide, this is calcium sulfate. Hepar is too chilly, here it is patient is hot, warm. Hepar is too sensitive, Calcarea Sulph is not that sensitive. This is the differentiation one must understand between these two remedies. Very important differentiation. Hepar is very well proved remedy. Very well proved. Hepar is a good remedy if you want to open the abscess. You go give it in 6 potency and repeat it. On day 2, 1 or 2, it ruptures the abscess. That is a wonderful remedy. What I used to do, I used to give the Hepar Sulph 6 along with Silicia 6 if I want to open any abscess. And it opens up second day. That is a wonderful combination. Hepar Sulph 6, repeat it, and Hepar Silicia 6 repeated in biochemic doses. Silica is also silica where already the vent is there and it is discharging, it is producing sinus. Silica heals that sinus. So little bit latter stage of the Calcarea Sulph is silica. So we start with ferrum phos to Calimur to Calisulph to Calcarea Sulph, and after Calcarea Sulph it is silicia. This sequence one should not forget. This is the considering the remedy on the basis of inflammatory stages. This is called as the pathological prescribing and pathological understanding of the remedy. If you are able to judge that pathological understanding, you can prescribe in a better manner. You never forget utilizing the remedy if you correlate your pathology with the homeopathic remedy. And lastly, the dose, second and third trituration, he has also mentioned same 12th potency has been found effective in lupus vulgaris. But my suggestion is always to better potency is always the 6x potency. So this is a wonderful remedy from the 12 tissue book. My suggestion is to go with the 12 tissue book. You will get the pathophysiology mentioned by Sussler is good one that you can find it out over there. And again, this is a remedy which will help you in practice many times to in boils, in abscesses, in pimples, acne, where the discharge is thick yellow and little bit darker in appearance. So that's all about the Calcarea Sulph. Tomorrow we'll again go with one more remedy. I think ferrum phos we have not yet discussed. Tomorrow we're going to learn the ferrum phos, again a biochemic remedy. Again a very important remedy in our day-to-day practice. Tomorrow means not tomorrow, we're going to meet on Monday. So on Monday, we'll start with the ferrum phosphoricum. Till that period, my suggestion is that go through the remedies again and again. Those who are practitioner, my suggestion always listen the videos again, open the books again. You'll get many repeated many new ideas of the same symptoms. And it creates the logic. Logic is very important. Why it is necessary to teach? Why it is necessary to learn? Most important thing is that we used to read the books, but what do? We read it from first word to last word, but without understanding it. If you once understand, then it creates the logic. Then your thinking develops, and once thinking develops, then you start utilizing remedies with your own permutation and combination of your own logic. So that's why it is necessary to attend all those things. My suggestion to all of you, ask your friends to join this session, because practical Materia Medica is little bit different than the theoretical Materia Medica, which this Materia Medica will definitely help you in your future practice. So that's all for today. If any query is there, we'll have a chat. Otherwise, we'll come finish. Any question?
Sir, why Sussler avoided this remedy? Any
He has mentioned the reason in 12 tissue remedy book, because he has found that it doesn't have a direct relationship with the tissues. He was not able to explain many things, and that's why he has later on removed it from his 12 tissue book as well as 12 tissue remedy. He kept 11 remedies ultimately. He has given the reasoning in the book. Okay. So that's all for today. Thanks a lot being there. We'll meet again on Monday. Till that period, good night to everyone.